the power to listen before I speak. We're just going to do that part right there because it's so important. Someone once said that that's why we have 2 ears and 1 mouth. We're supposed to listen twice as much as we talk. But it doesn't happen that way. But we have to listen to people, have to listen to the people that work around us, listen to our colleagues, because there are tough times. Sometimes the people that work on our floors in the same building or next door in your classroom to you are on the very verge of breaking down sometimes. Life has just treated them. They had a bad day at home. Their own kids are rotten. Then they came to school, and the kids are acting rotten towards them sometimes. And you know what? It just builds up on some people, and some people can't handle it. Treat people with dignity and respect. Listen to your coworkers. Sometimes you're the only counselor that they have because other people think that educators are on vacation all the time. What do? All you do is babysit them kids, and y'all got 3 months off during the summertime, and they think we pay you too much. See, that's what the average public out there thinks until they get in the classroom and they say, oh, I couldn't do this. This would just drive me crazy. And it has driven some of us crazy. We know it. So say with me, I have the power to think before I act. When I was teaching school, my favorite phrase to my principal was, sounded like a good idea at the time. I was teaching biology. I was a great biology teacher. I graduated from college with a 3.75 average, graduated in 3.5 years. I stuck around my senior year just to play football for 1 quarter and then immediately walked and went on to teach school. Oh, man, there I was, a brand new teacher in the classroom. And I didn't want to break the stereotype of the big, dumb jock coach who was just throwing out the ball for phys ed. I taught advanced biology. My kids knew bones and muscles and everything else. I was so proud of myself. I did the 12 cranial nerves, which kids still come up to me and say, old oxen traveling through Arabia found all the grass very acceptable to them. That's the acronym for the 12 cranial nerves. Olfactory, trigeminal. They had it down. They had it down. I wanted to do cat anatomy, but we didn't have enough money to do cat anatomy. Even back then, 1 cat cost $200 unnecessary to go buy it. Back now, it costs $500 or $600. I wanted to do cat anatomy. My principal, I'd see him all the time. When he asked me how I was going to perform on the football field that weekend, I'd look at him and say, get me some cats for cat anatomy. I want to talk about academics, not just football. That was my key because I knew he couldn't get those cats for me. One day I saw him in the hall. He was coming back from the school board. They just had a meeting. Our graduation rates were way down. He was ticked off. He had just got reamed. Mr. Jack Gibbs. Boy, he was a football player from Ohio State. He didn't take any stuff either. I saw him in the hall. I said, hey, Mr. Jack Gibbs, when you going to get me them cats for cat anatomy? He looked at me. He said, look, son, I'm tired of you. He said, you want to do cat anatomy? Find a way to do it. I said, okay. So I went out in the neighborhood. Gathered up all the cats. We cleaned up the whole neighborhood. Me and my boys did. And first day, I was doing cat anatomy. It was going good. It was going good. I sliced this cat, and the kids were going, oh, man, Mr. Alston, he's off the hook. Look at the bones. That's what he was talking about. Look at the muscles. This man is heavy, boy. He was telling all the kids that were going home, telling their parents. The phone was ringing. Boy, you got a great teacher there. I thought I was going to be teacher of the year, you know. Oh, I had it down. Except for the third day, I threw a little white cat up there, a little fluffy cat. I took that knife out and cut it. Little girl said, Fluffy! She fainted and hit her head. Big school district. I knew people that had worked there for 10 years who had never met the superintendent. I knew him on a first name basis. But I say that because sometimes it sounded like a good idea at the time.